it's almost like they're self-watering. So they know when to water the plants from the base, from the roots, and it will also alert you when you need to replace the water. So now it's gardening made easy. At $17.50 on Easy Pay, you're gonna get 2 of them. $69.98 is your today's special value price. And what's really nice is that one of these would be about $53 at retail. You're gonna get 2 of them today for just $69.98. John Yeiser is here. He's the founder and inventor of this brand.
We'll take you through the colors.
Yeah.
So now remember, you're seeing them, and this is how you're probably going to display them in your home or outdoors, this side. But when you turn them around, that's where you get this ability to know if your plant needs water. See that? It's blinking. That means this container would need water. The biggest problem with growing plants indoors and out is not knowing when to water them. Are they too dry? Or are you giving them too much water? That becomes a moot point. You always have exactly the right amount of water. Here's your putty. Here's your light brown.
I love that light brown.
Yeah, it's like a gray and brown mix.
Yeah,
so pretty,
nice.
Which is a great neutral. Here's your green. And the Firmastone is so pretty. It looks like marble inside because it is made of stone. Alberti, I think the black looks like cast iron, which would be almost impossible to obtain in a planter.
Can you imagine how heavy it would be?
It was so heavy.
Yeah.
Here's the terracotta, so elegant and beautiful and classic. Here's the burgundy, and here's the cobalt blue.
M132836 is your item number. If you love Bernini fountains, maybe you picked up our big deal from Bernini in the Firmastone this year, give us a call. We'd love for you to share your story live on air. But, you know, John, as the inventor of this, you saw a need for a planter that not just self-watering, but one that alerted you to when you needed to fill the water in the watering tank.
We figured we better cover both sides, the watering and when you don't need to water. And that's what we did here. Now this one here, the cobalt blue, obviously Barbara King's favorite. She designed this for us right here, which we love. Now what I want to show everyone, the magic. So it looks beautiful. This is what's going to be in your house. But let's show the magic behind this. So as we rotate this around, you're going to see the smart component of it. So what it's doing right now is the little blue water symbol, the water droplet, is telling us it's time to add water. If you put water in there, then it actually will then turn off, and then it'll be happy and just keep watering it. Now, it's a self-watering planter, so you don't ever have to worry about under or over watering. It's going to completely be a worry-free planter.
So here's what I think is really cool about this, right? You don't need Wi-Fi. You don't need to. Yeah, right. Like, because when you see like that little blue thing, you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do I need Wi-Fi? No. Do I need to like hook it up to a charger every once in a while? No. It takes just what, 2 AA batteries?
Yeah, it's actually really simple. I want to show everyone real quick
please show us how to use it.
This is the assembly. If you can do this, so you just take the cap off right like that. Rotate over here, 3 AAA batteries.
3 AAAs, excuse
Lasts
me.
for over a year. So all you do is put the batteries in, put the cap back on top, it's ready to go, set it back down. You've now done the entire hard part work of when you get it at home.
And so when it blinks, that's when I know, okay.
To add water.
Time to add water.
Yeah. And I want to show everyone
And
real
how much
quick.
water does it hold?
1.5 quarts.
A quart and a half.
And you can never over water it. That's the key. Now what I'm going to show everyone here is right now this is blinking. So what'll happen is when it's blinking, you just simply take the sensor out. Now you can use anything to fill it with. I'm using a water jug. You can actually use, for example, you could use a water bottle or anything. Like any way you want to fill it is totally fine. We have an oversized fill spout right here to make it easier to get the water in.
Of course.
Now watch what happens here. This is the magic behind it. So the water is going down into this tray, and then it's feeding and watering the plant from the bottom up. See the dark soil?
Yeah.
That's it wicking up. There's little holes at the bottom. The water then absorbs up through the soil.
And by the way, this is proven technology.
100%.
Right? Yeah.
Plants love lower water because it causes those roots to go deep down. When they go deep down, that makes a healthier, happier plant.
Yes.
You never worry about overwatering. Just keep this full, and it keeps it happy.
And now here's the thing, right? If it's houseplants, if it's flowers, if it's, we were seeing on the screen, like even tomato plants.
Correct.
You can do your container gardening in here as well.
Yes.
And what is this animation showing us?
Okay, so what it's showing you right now is that it's watering from the bottom up. We just added water to it is what it was showing, and the plant and the roots are diving down. Now watch, this is water wicking up through the soil. Nature's way of bringing water up to the roots. It's just a natural phenomenon that happens that we're providing in the plant. Now, let's say you're on vacation, you forgot to put water in. The blue water droplet's gonna say, hey, it's time, I need a little bit of water.
Yeah.
So you take the sensor out, pour water in the inlet, fill it all the way up, and if you want, you can just leave it full all the time because you're never gonna overwater.
Now, it's proven that this is a better way to water your plants, and here's why. When you water from the top down, right? When you water from the top down, right, John? I remember when I was a kid, the very first time my mother said to me, go water the plants.
That's how I came up with this idea 30 years ago.
No, for real. The very first time she said to me, go water the plants, you water, and like I put way too much water on the top, and then it all started falling out on the bottom.
Correct.
Okay? But now that doesn't mean that all the roots actually got the water.
Correct.
Because that water was just spilling directly through, and I didn't put this on completely.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, help us out with that, yeah. So it just goes right into place. So that water didn't necessarily get to all the roots.
Correct.
The roots have to take some time to start drinking from the bottom because that's where they drink from.
Correct.
And the water's coming up, 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 up. The soil's getting the moisture. It's wicking the moisture up. So the very first time that I can imagine watering this, I can imagine that maybe like almost the next day it's going to say to me, water again.
Yes, because it'll start absorbing up
because
really
it
quick.
starts absorbing.
Yep.
Then after like a day or two, or 3 days, probably you'll water it less and less because more water will be staying at the base.
Absolutely.
And you create this system where the plant starts siphoning the water and bringing it up. It's genius because that's the way that it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Today, we're giving you the opportunity not just to get one of them.
Correct.
You get 2 of them at our today's special value price. One of them should be $53. 2 of them should be over $105, right? It should be almost $106. You get 2 of them today for $69.98 or a $17.50 easy pay. Coming over here, we'll show you all the color choices. Because, John, I really think that, and I do want to talk about the Firmastone because I think the Firmastone is gorgeous, but I think you really nailed it with this.
Thank you.
Really. Not only with the design, it is seamless. Notice you don't see the bottom tray.
Correct.
Which has always been the biggest eyesore for me when you have a house plant. You don't see some ugly tray at the bottom. It's all seamless. Now this one over here is the one that we're calling putty. Then next to that, remember, you're getting 2 of them for that price. Next to that, this is the one that we are calling light brown. It's like a grayish.
Goes
the way
with
that's
everything.
Yeah, it really does. If you put it next to something gray, it's gonna look more gray. If you put it next to something brown, it's gonna look more brown. Right over here, the green is just a beautiful green, and we're showing you here on this side. That's the back side of it in many cases, right? But we're showing it to you in the front here, just so that you can see it for yourself. Then over here, we have it for you in the black, and I love what Sandra said, because my parents have those urns, those metal urns that rust.
Correct.
They're heavy. They, you know, they're pain. Once you fill it with the dirt in the plant, you can't move it. This one, it's super lightweight. There's your black. Here's your terracotta, which I just so classic looking.
Look at this. Look at all the marbleization that's happening.
Yeah, look at that, right? Look at all the texture that you're seeing there. And we're gonna get a nice close-up of that, and you're gonna see that right now. Look at this. This is Firmastone. We're gonna talk to you about this Firmastone technology in a second. It's not just resin.
No.
Right? No. And then over here, this is our burgundy. So think about, of course, like a beautiful like marble there. And then down over here, we have it for you in that cobalt blue. And 132836 is your item number. We launched this at midnight as a double, very first ever double today special value that we've ever done in our whole history. And in Bernini's planters, 9,000 orders have been placed since midnight. I want to show you this. This is how this started.
Yes, exactly.
Right? This is Firmastone in a fountain that we had as a big deal about a month or 2 ago.
Correct. We developed this Firmastone material because we had been making fountains for years for everyone here at QVC. We wanted to make the best material possible. Firmastone is it. The reason why is it's a blend of Bernini composite with actual stone. So it's, and actually right here, it's the same material that they use when carvers are actually carving different things out of stone. They use soapstone. So we combine soapstone with the composite. Designed by Richard Henderson in California, designs all of our fountains, designed this beautiful pot. So it's an original design here at QVC, exclusive in all colors. And with Firmastone, it doesn't peel, it doesn't fade, it doesn't chip. It literally is something that you can leave out all year long. And it has a nice weight to it, so it's just weighty enough to feel strong for your plants, but not too much that you can't carry it around.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's extremely lightweight. Now, I want to take everyone through all these different types of design choices that we have here. Right, so right over here, maybe it's the inside plants, right? You've got some of your, or some of your tropical plants, something that's low. It's beautiful, right? This is a 15-inch round planter. It stands about 12.5 inches in height. Now, coming over here, though, though, because it's perfect for a tomato plant.
Correct.
And tomatoes, I know this very well, they want water.
Exactly.
Right?
And this
They
one
want
actually,
water.
right now, it's actually indicating the water droplet is actually saying, water me, water me. Okay,
Yeah.
so what we're gonna do is we'll just take the sensor out like that. We just pour water in right in the opening right here, fill it all the way up. Again, you can add it all the way to the top. You're not gonna overwater. I just let it go ahead and fill up, and then you put the sensor back in, and there you go. And now the sensor is turned off because it says, I have water.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Okay, so listen, whether it's a house plant, whether it's tomato plants, maybe it's an herb garden, right? All of those things, it also regulates, like, because the plant knows how much water it needs.
Correct.
The plant knows this. So if you're just filling it at the roots, it siphons up what it wants
Correct.
and what it needs. You will overwater and drown your plant more often by watering it from the top.
100%, that's my problem, because you
if
think you need to add water all the time.
So if you want the best success for your garden, this is one of those tools that makes it easy. This is truly gardening made easy. Let's go back over here. What other examples
so
are you
basically
showing
right here,
us? Yeah.
just showing a beautiful scenario right here in all different types of plants that you may have. Again, if you can see, we'll just turn it around to this side. The plant's actually telling us it's time to add water with the blue drop. You'll actually just lift the sensor out, add water,
Yeah.
and it's ready to go.
Listen, it's the perfect time of the year for this, because if you're an indoor planter, great, we've got the solution for you. If you're doing container gardens, oh my gosh, I love this over
Yes,
here.
so my wife said,
Yeah.
this is it adds like a stately look to your house.
It
When
really
you have
does.
two planters, that's the key. If you have one, it just has a look. When you put two and you actually let it actually
Yeah.
go to the side of each side of the door,
Yeah.
it's an entirely different look.
And I'm telling you, you don't need that little ugly clear plastic tray
No.
that everybody has. No, it's the worst thing in the world,
Correct.
right? When you have that little cheapy
Yes.
plastic tray at the bottom of your planter.
Well, and this is what we're used to. So like this right here, we're typically, this is like something you might buy at the store.
Yeah.
We know what these are like. Or you get something like this, and what
they
happens,
break.
they break.
Yeah.
Okay, now what I want to show everyone real quick here, now we have a correction to make. Earlier on, we were reading this. I didn't realize it was in kilograms, okay?
Oh my,
so
you are so
it
funny.
actually, we're a little off right here. Okay, so basically right here, we're gonna do a little conversion right here, I believe. So that's a little over 1 kilogram. So I think we were talking
I have no
approximately
idea
2
what
to
a
3
kilogram
pounds.
is.
Okay, now what I'm gonna show real quick here, watch when we put the Firmastone on. All we're showing here is that this is a weighty product, meaning when you get it at home, the scale just literally went all the way around over to this side, almost 6.5 pounds.
Yeah, it's not cheapy.
Correct,
Yeah.
that was the goal.
It's-
So
this
much
is-
so,
yeah.
you saw when, flex this real quick, watch what
Yeah,
happens.
this is
now,
really cheap.
Now try and do that to this one.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that with this.
Correct,
No,
and
no,
that's
this is solid.
Correct.
This is solid. And what's really nice about this is, as solid as it is, as weighty as
Correct.
it is that we're talking to you about it, it's not heavy.
It's like the perfect weight.
Yes, yeah, it
It's
really is.
literally-
It's what you want it to be,
Correct.
right?
We literally tried.
It's gutsy.
I got to show
It's
you on
gutsy.
birthday. Check this out. Okay, so on inside here, this is how the system works. This area right here, see where those deep wells are? That's where it wicks the water up from. These are the aeration holes. So it aerates the soil and waters the soil at the same time.
That's great. And then over here, this over here, what is this for?
So this is the stands to hold the pot up at the proper
Okay.
height. So you'll just set it down like this and it'll guide itself on.
It finds
just
its
like
spot,
that, and you're
just
ready
like
to
that.
go.
And then remember this, there's no Wi-Fi.
No.
There's no app.
It's a
Yeah,
blue
when
water
I first saw
droplet.
this, I will tell you, that's the first thing I
I
thought.
know.
I was like, is there an app? No, thank goodness.
I
Is there a
agree.
Wi-Fi? No. I have enough.
I
between
agree.
between the house alarm, between the weather, between
Yep.
the this and that, everything, right? This is simple and it's easy and it just sits right in place. And when that blue light goes, it says water me.
Yes.
Water me. And by the way, I'm so glad that you didn't make it a beep. Because if it was beeping at
Okay,
me,
I
that's the
gotta tell
last
you
thing I
something.
need is somebody else yelling at me.
30 years ago, my first invention was called Tom's Green Thumb. My mom kept saying, would you please water the plant? So I came up with my first invention, a device you put in the plant, and what it did is it sung the tune, How Dry I Am. And then when you added water, it stopped singing. So we didn't do the singing, we did the light this time, 30 years later.
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. Here's what's going on. It's our today's special value. The price goes away at midnight tonight. You get the best price right now. Pick it up. It's a set of 2. Even if you don't know why you need 2 planters right now, honestly, one of them is $52.98. For 2 of them, you're going to get 2 of them for $69.98, right? So it's just a little bit more. You get 2 of them, and your Easy Pay is just $17.50 on Easy Pay. Now this one is the putty, and for all intents and purposes, it's like an alabaster.
Correct.
Right? It's like this beautiful, gorgeous. It looks like real carved stone. And you see all this etching? This is that Firmastone finish. There's real ground up stone in here.
Exactly, and that was the goal, is that the stone actually gives it the look and the feel, but in the Firmastone blend, it's peel resistant, fade resistant, chip resistant.
Yeah, because that color goes all the way through.
It goes all the way through, correct.
Then we have it for you in the brown, and the brown really is this, or are we calling this natural? Excuse me. We are calling this